So before we find the LCM, we are going to see what are multiples, common multiples, and lowest common multiples as usual. Okay, so for the first one here, we are going to see what are common multiple. Okay, if you look at this part, not that 9 times 1 equal to 9. 9 times 2 equal to 18. 9 times 3 equal to 27. So the number 9 over here, it is multiplied by 1, 2, and 3 to give the product of 9, 18, and also 27. So the product over here, we called it multiples. Okay, these are the multiples. Dalam bahasa Melayu, gandaan, the one that you have learned actually. Okay, now we look at the next one here, the exploration activity 3. The exploration activity over here is to explain and determine the common multiple. Okay, so what do we need to do here? We don't have to do it in pair. The first one, list the first 5 multiples of 6 and 8. Okay, so we are going to list slowly. The multiples of 6. I'll make it smaller first. The multiples of 6. The multiples of 6 is equal to 6 times 1, 6. 6 times 2, 12. 6 times 3, 18. 6 times 4, 24. 6 times 5, 30. And so on. So we put a comma and a dot, dot, dot at the back to represent it and so on. After that, we find the multiples of 8. So the multiples of 8 are 8 times 1, 8. 8 times 2, 16. 8 times 3, 24. 8 times 4, 32. 8 times 5, 40. And so on. Okay, so from here, they ask you, are there numbers in the list which are multiples of 6 as well as 8, meaning that you look for the common multiple here. So if we see carefully, we have 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, whereby for the multiples of 8, we have 8, 16, 24, 32, and 40. So the common multiple is, sorry, I circled the wrong one. The common multiple is 24. Okay, this one. Okay, now, so this number 24 is called the common multiple. Like previously, you learned about the common factor, so now it is called the common multiple. Okay, it is a common multiple for number 6 and number 8. Okay, now we continue with example 9 here. Determine whether 32 is a common multiple of 2 and 8. So to determine whether 32 is a common multiple of 2 and 8, what you need to do is you just divide them. Okay, use 32, you divide by 2. See whether it can be divided completely or not. If it can be divided completely, meaning that it is a common multiple. So you can look at the solution down here, this part. 32 divided by 2 is equal to 16. And then for number 8, they ask you to determine, so 32 divided by 8 equal to 4. So these two numbers can be divided completely, okay, by number 2 and 8 because there's no remainder at the back. Therefore, 32 is a common multiple of 2 and 8. Okay, now we look at B. B, they ask you to find out whether 16 is a common multiple of 5, 15, and 24. So what you are going to do is the same as what you see just now. You are going to divide 60 with 5, with 15, and also 24. If each of the numbers can be divided completely, then 60 is a common multiple for these 3 numbers. So we look at the solution down here. B, 60 divided by 5 is 12. So it can be divided completely. 60 divided by 15 is equal to 4. Also can. But then 60 divided by 24, we have a remainder of 12. Sorry, 60 divided by 24. So 24 times 2 is 48. We have a remainder of 12. Therefore, it cannot be divided completely by 24, right? Therefore, or thus means maka. So 60 is not a common multiple of 5, 15, and 24. Although it's a multiple of 5 and 15, but it is not for 24. Okay, so now we look at the last one here for C. Is 72 a common multiple of 8, 9, 18, and 24? So you have to do 4 calculation later on. 72 divided by 8. Okay, so you can see down here, 72 divided by 8, we get a 9. 72 divided by 9, we get an 8. 72 divided by 18, we get a 4. 72 divided by 24 equal to 3. So all of the number here, 72 can be divided by all of the number here completely. Thus, 72 is a common multiple of 8, 9, 18, and 24. Okay, so far, do you have any question about this common multiple class?
No.
No.
Huh? Okay, so I continue.
No.
Okay, this exploration activity over here is to find out the first common multiple. Okay, so I just want you to look at the table here. This table. Not sure whether you can see clearly or not, but you can turn to your textbook, page 39. Okay, this one is to explore the relationship between the first common multiple and the subsequent common multiple. So you can see the number given is number 3. This one, number 3. And then the multiple of it will be 6, 9, 12, and so on. After that, the second number is 5. And then the number will be 10, 15, 20, 25, and so on. The purpose, the list down everything over here is to let you find out the first common multiple, this one. After you find the first common multiple, you are able to get the rest of the number if they ask you to find out the rest of the common multiple. Okay, so for example, we find the first common multiple for number 3 and 5. So we look for the common number over here. The common number is 15. Okay, so 15 is the first common multiple. Can you guess what will be the next common multiple? Okay, from here, actually, the next common multiple is 15 times 2. You will get 30. So you can look at the table again. Look for the common number, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. So this one for number 5, 20, 25, 30. You can see, again, that is the common multiple. So what will be the next common multiple? The next common multiple will be 15. Is it times 2 or times 3? Can you identify from here what is the common number that we have? 45, right? Very good. So 45 is actually 15 multiplied by 3.
45.
So can you guess the next number after 45? After 45, what will be the next number?
60.
60.
Yeah, correct. 60. So 60 is 15 times 4. And so on. That is how you get the common multiple. Okay, as long as you found out the first common multiple, then you can get the rest of the number by multiplying 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. Okay, so this part is for you to find out the common multiple. Okay, next we proceed to the next page. Okay, example 10 here. They asked you to list the first 5 common multiple of 2, 3, and 4. So I already cropped down on the right. Let's solve this together. Okay, list the first 5 common multiple of 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to write like this. Same with you. If you come back to school later on, if you encounter this question, you have to write it step by step. Multiples of 2. So the multiples of 2 are 2 times 1, 2, 2 times 2, 4, 2, 3, 6, 2, 4, 8, 2, 5, 10, and then 12, and so on. Roughly, you write down about 5 to 6 numbers, okay? And then multiples of 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, and so on. Okay, remember it's comma, dot, dot, dot. And then the next one, multiples of 4. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, and so on. Sometimes when you extend, you cannot find the answer. So if you can't find the answer, then you have to continue from here by adding on the number. If after 24, it will be 28, 32, and so on until you get the answer. Okay, so now we need to find the first 5 common multiple. First 5 common number. So if we look at the number 2 here, not every of the multiple have number 2, so it's not in 4. We have it here, but there's no 4. Okay, so we cannot use it. 6 also cannot, 8 also cannot, 10 also cannot. Okay, 12. So the 12 is the first common multiple for these 3 numbers. Okay, so we have found out 12 as a common multiple for that 3 number only already. Can you find the rest of the number? Can or not? Can, right? Because we did the exploration activity just now already. So we can write down the first common multiple of 2, 3, and 4. 2, 3, and 4 is 12. Okay, so therefore, thus the first 5 common multiples of 2, 3, and 4 are, okay, the first one we write down 12. So what is the multiple of 12? 20. Yes, correct. The 12 multiplied by 3, 46. 12 multiplied by 4, 48. And 12 multiplied by 5, 60. Okay, so the last number, you are going to use it with the word and 60. So we have already given them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The first 5 common multiple that they want in the question. You understand, class?
Yes. Yes.
Remember, you just need to find the first one, the first common multiple. After you find the first common multiple, then you can get the rest of the multiples already. Okay, so now we continue with LCM. Okay, go to the back. What is the lowest common multiple? So if you look at the paragraph here, we have learned that the common multiple of 6 and 8 are 24, 48, 72, and 96. This one. Among these common multiple, the first common multiple, 24, is the least number, meaning that it is the smallest number here. So that 24 is known as the lowest common multiple of 6 and 8. So this one. Okay, like the question that we did just now in example 10 here. So actually, you have found the LCM also. Okay, from the list given, you know that the first 5 common multiple of 2, 3, and 4 are 12, 24, 36, 80, and 60. So the LCM for this question is which one? Means you look for the smallest one. The smallest among these? 12.
12.
Yeah, so 12 is the lowest common multiple. That's simple only. Okay, now we continue. Okay, in the LCM, so you look at this. Just like the HCF that you learned in the last lesson, LCM also can be determined by using these 3 methods. First, listing the common multiple. Okay, in the previous one, you list the common factor. Different, HCF refer to factor. So when it comes to the method, you list the common factor. But this one, we list the common multiple. And then same thing, you learn the repeated division method. And then the prime factorization. But there is a little bit different in between these 2 methods. In HCF, we divide until cannot divide. But then for the LCM here, we are going to divide until we get all the number becomes 1. Okay, I'll show you what it is later on. So if you look at example 11, determine the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3, 3, 6, 9, 3, 8, 12. So each of these, I'm going to apply different method from here. Okay, meaning that the first one, we are going to use the listing method. So let's see, let's do it together lah, so that you don't confuse with the working there. Okay, example 11, so this one I already listed down. We are going to use the first method right now. Okay, example 11. Determine the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3. Okay, so to list the lowest common multiple of 2 and 3, like just now, we are going to write down the multiples of 2, multiples of 3, one by one. Okay, so for question A here, multiples of 2. Same thing, you are going to list about 4, 5, or 6 multiples of 2. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. Okay, after that, the second one, multiples of 3. So multiples of 3, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and so on. Okay, so from here, the list given, the lowest common multiple that we can identify is 6. So you circle 6 like this, and then you answer the question down there. The lowest common multiple of 2 and 3 is what? Is 6. Okay, so this is by using the listing method. Then we proceed to the second one here. We are going to look at B. B is by using the repeated division method, this one. Okay, so let's see how to do it. To find the lowest common multiple of 3, 6, 9, you are going to copy the number 3, 6, 9 here. And then draw the vertical line with the horizontal line. This one you must draw using ruler. Don't use freehand like me. Okay, and then see this number can be divided by which prime number. Again, you only can use prime number. And then the lowest prime number always start from 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and so on. So we are going to start with 2. See if 2 can be used or not. So over here, 2 cannot be used, right? Because all these 3 numbers cannot be divided by 2. So we continue with number 3. Okay, so we use 3. 3 times 1, 3. 3 times 2, 6. 3 times 3, 9. Okay, we still can use 3, but also we can use 2. So yeah, it's up to you to do what you want to use here. If I use 2, the 1 here remain the same because it's already the list number already. We cannot divide anymore. 2 times 1, 2. And then the 3 cannot do anything. You just copy. Okay, so now we are going to change the number becomes 3. So the 1 we always copy down. Nothing to be done over here. 3 times 1, 3. So until we get all the number becomes 1, 1, 1 here. You got to remember this. Okay, after that, what do you do? Then you can find out the LCM already. Write down the LCM of 3, 6, and 3, 6, no comma, and 9 is, so it is the multiplication of the factor in front. 3 times 2 times 3. 3 times 2, 6. 6 times 3, 18. So the answer is 18. Okay, so you can see the common multiple 2 times 9, 18. 3 times 6, 18. 6 times 3, 18. So that's the lowest common multiple for this 3 number. Okay, now we look at C. So C, I'm going to use the last method, which is the prime factorization. Okay, this one. Hope you still remember what is the prime factorization method. So for prime factorization, okay, just to show you this, prime factorization, you don't have to write this down. You just need to show the working straight away. The number that we have is 3 at 12. So I'm going to write down 3 at 12 first on the left. 3 at 12. write down equal, equal, equal. So for these types of question, you need to find out it is a multiplication of what prime number to get the product of the number 3. So we already see the prime number just now. These are the prime number. Okay, how do we get 3? 3 is 3 times 1, 3. So the one we are going to ignore it. Okay, I'm going to write down the 3 at the back because if it is 2, then I can write down in front, but it is not. Usually we have to follow the sequence. You write down in order. So the 3 is at the back. I'm going to write down here, somewhere at the back. Later on, you will know why. And then add. How to get add? Add is the product of 2 times 2 times 2. You have to use all the prime number. You cannot just use 2 times 4 equal to add. Okay? If you know 2 times 4 equal to 8, you still need to change the 4 from becomes a prime number. So it is 2 times 2. Therefore, we have 3 2's over here. So write down 8 equal to 2 times 2 times 2. Okay? And then for 12, so 12, how to get it? You already know 2 times 2 times 2 equal to 12. Equal to 8. Okay? Are you going to use 2 times 2 times 2 and multiply by another number? No, right? Because it's already maximum. 8 times 2, also 16 cannot. So it is a combination for the 12. It is the combination of 4 times 3. So we know that this 4 is 2 times 2, right? So it is 2 times 2 times 3. So this is how you write down. You see carefully. It is 2 times 2 times 3. You can write down the 2 in front, but I'm going to write up here. It's up to you where you want to write now, because you will get the same thing later on. 2 times 2 times 3. So that the 3 here and this 3 here align together. Okay? So why do we want it to be aligned together? There is a reason, because later on, we are going to get the LCM from the multiplication. So as long as we see the 2, we get the 2 in front. This one, 1, 2. This one, 2. Okay? And then this one, a 3. Okay, so we continue here. Then you can find the LCM already. Thus, LCM of the number is 3, 8, and 12 is equal to, okay, this one I write off first, 2, this one, times 2 times 2 times 3 equal to 2 times 2 times 2 is 8, 8 times 3 is 24. That is the lowest common multiple of them. Okay, so I think for this method, the prime factorization, you might be still a bit confusing for you, right? Okay, so okay, you want me to show you another question to find out using the prime factorization method? Do you want me to show you another example for this method?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I'm going to show you
Sure.
that. Okay?
Yes.
Same method. I'm going to show it to you one more time, but different question. Okay, so for example, I'm going to use the question from the textbook using find the lowest common multiple for 15 and 60. Okay, so we are going to list down one by one, like just now. Change the color so that you can identify it. Okay, so first we are going to write down 15 and 60. So you are going to list down how to get the 4 from using the prime number only. So 4 is equal to 2 times 2, easy. But then 15 is equal to 5 times 3, right? So we arrange it in order. We are going to start with 3 first. We cannot write down the 3 in front here. We cannot write down because it's already 2 and 2. So it is 3 at the back times 5, followed by that. And then 60. 60 is equal to 12 times 5, right? Okay, so the 12 here, how do we get 12? 12 is 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3, we get a 12. So I'm going to write 2 times 2 times 3. So luckily it aligned together. If they don't align together here, then you have to move it to the back. You have to rub it off and shift it to the back. Shift it to the back. Okay, so this one is 12 times 5. So times 5. Okay, so from here, as long as we see the 2, then we write down 8. As long as we see the 2 from the top, we write down. As long as we see the 3 from the top, we write down. As long as we see the 5 from the top, we write down. Okay, then you can write down the answer already. Down here, that's the LCM of 4, 15, and 60 is equal to this part. 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. Okay, so 2, 2, 4, 4, 3, 12. 12 times 5 equal to 60. Okay, so 60 is the lowest common multiple for these 3 numbers. If you're not sure whether you get the correct answer or not, so the simplest one is use the repeated division method. Let me show you by using the repeated division method. Okay, right here. So repeated division method for 15, 60. You divide it using the prime number 2, 2, 4. This one cannot copy down. 2 times 30, you get 60. Again, you divide by 2, 2, 1, 2. And this one cannot do anything. This one is 15, you get 30. Now, we cannot use 2 anymore. We need to use 3. So the 1 just copy down. 3 times 5, 15. 3 times 5, 15. Divide again until we get a 1. So this one cannot be divided by 3 anymore, right? What is a suitable number here?
5.
Correct, very good. So
5.
the 1 you copy down. 5 times 1, 5. 5 times 1, 5. So we get all the 1, 1, 1 at the bottom already. The multiplication or the LCM will be 2 times 2 times 3 times 5. So you can see they are the same here. Are you clear, class?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I think we don't have exercise like this, but come back to school later on. I will want you to do these types of exercise, whereby for one question, you are going to show me the 3 method. Okay, the listing method, the repeated division method, and also the prime factorization method. There is a use of using this method. This method is good for you to find the factor later on, although it is a bit difficult. Okay, but out of that 3 method, what do you think? Which one is the easiest one?
Repeated division.
Yes, correct. Always the repeated division. This method is the easiest one to find out the answer. Okay, never mind. Okay, you just need to know all these 3 types of questions, but then later on when you come back to school, we will practice more on it. Okay, but today you need to find the lowest common multiple. Okay, now we continue. So you already know how to find the LCM. Okay, we are going to continue by go through the problem solving. So this part you can see here, how do you solve problems? So I already crop it out on the right. We are just going to look at it straight away. Okay, you got to imagine for this one, canned coffee. Can you imagine canned coffee? Do you drink canned coffee? It's sold in 6 cans per box. So in a box, there are 6 cans of canned coffee. Okay. So imagine 1, 2, 3, altogether we have 6 in a box. Now, canned tea is sold in 9 cans per box. So now you have canned tea, maybe the teh tarik lah, canned tea. So we have 9 cans in a box. Okay, something like this. Now, Ainun wishes to buy the same number of canned coffee and canned tea for her sister's birthday party. Meaning that if she wants to buy 1 box of coffee, she only can buy 1 box of tea. Or if she wants to buy 2 boxes of coffee, she also needs to buy 2 boxes of tea because she wants to buy the same number here. Okay, that's the keyword that you need to figure out later on. Okay, next. What is a minimum number of boxes of each type of canned drink she needs to buy? So to find out the minimum number here, we are going to find the lowest common multiple. for 6 cans of coffee and 9 cans of canned tea. Okay, so if you look at the book, they show you by using the listing method. Okay, can you see this one? Listing method. They list it down one by one. Okay, so can also, if I show you that one, okay, I also list using the listing method by listing the multiple of 6. So I write down multiples of 6 equal to 6 times 1, 6, 6 2, 12, 6 3, 18, 6 4, 24, 6 5, 30, and so on. Again, a reminder for you all, make sure you memorize your timetable. Okay, it's very important. If you really master your timetable, you won't have any problem to go up to Form 5. Okay, and then 9 here. So I copy down multiples of 9. 9 1, 9, 9 2, 18, 9 3, 27, 9 4, 36, 9 5, 45, and so on. Okay, so from here you can identify the first common multiple already, which is 18. Okay, so that is by using the listing method, then you write down that's what. But then from this 18, meaning that we are going to buy 18 cans of coffee and 18 cans of tea. But then how many boxes we are going to buy? So, sorry, just now I asked you to answer the dust. Okay, hold on for that one. We need to determine the box of coffee first. So the number of boxes of coffee that need to buy is equal to 18, the lowest common multiple that you found out, divide by 1 box. We can have 6 cans of coffee, so we divide by 6, meaning that 3 boxes of coffee. And then the number of boxes of tea is equal to 18. Divide by 1 box of tea. How many cans of tea?
9.
Yeah, very good. You understand.
9.
So meaning that you need to buy 2 boxes of tea. And then lastly, you just answer down here. What's the name of the girl again? Ainun, right? Does Ainun need to buy 3 boxes of coffee and 2 boxes of tea, canned tea. Okay? Understand, class?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, another thing for you, a reminder also, this part, up to you which method you want to use. You can use the listing method like this one. You can use the repeated division method, or you can also use the prime factorization method. All that 3 kinds of method, you are be able to get the lowest common multiple, the same answer. Okay, so it's up to you. But bear in mind, you need to try to practice each of it. So it's better for you to, at least one of the question, you use the listing method, another one you use the repeated division, and the last one you use the prime factorization, so that you get used to it. Okay, you don't feel, don't know how to do it later on. Okay, so that's all for our lesson on this one. Now I want you to refer back to your Google class. Okay, Google class. I noticed last week we have 4 persons who are absent, but Khairunisa, she already mentioned to me why she is absent. I want to know, is Dayang Marsha here? Dayang Marsha, are you here today? Dayang Marsha? Dayang Marsha not here. What about Madiha? Madiha Erdina, are you here today?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, what is the reason you were absent last week?
I have internet problems.
Oh, okay. Make sure you do the exercise later. And then Shakira, Alicia, are you here? Shakira, Alicia, are you here? Shakira, Alicia still absent for today. Okay, what about Karunisa? Are you here today now? Yes, okay, good. So, meaning that Dayang, Masha, and Shakira still not here in the group. Okay, Go back here. Now you go to GC. I want you to take your attendance, everyone, because I already set the limited time for you to take the attendance for today. You can see the due time is 11 o'clock. Okay, so take the attendance now, everybody. I can see in the Google Meet here, I have 54. So I supposed to have 54 in the attendance too. Everybody, please go and take your attendance now. Make sure I have 54 right now. Make it fast. Don't suddenly meet the Google Meet. I haven't finished yet. Okay, 39. Okay, make sure you do so because it's due on 11 o'clock later on. After this, the exercise for today, I want you to go to this chapter 2. I'm not sure how is your layout. So look for the lowest common multiple, this one. As usual, I attached the Google form in this LCM already. So one already turned in. Who is that so fast? Really can do it. And in Shira, how much you get? Let's see. In Shira, you get the 9 marks out of, I think, 18 or 17. Okay, never mind the rest. So you go to this LCM. I want you to solve this Google form right now. Do you want me to discuss the answer with you right away after this or in the next lesson? You give me the answer. I let you choose. In the next lesson, meaning that before the lesson start, in the early of the lesson, I'm going to discuss how to solve each of the question.
In the next lesson.
Okay, in the next lesson. I think most of you will choose that. So now, our slot is from 9:30 to 11. You still have about 52 minutes. So use the time to finish all the questions given in here. Can or not?
Can.
Okay, don't delay your work. Make sure you finish before 11. Okay, so that's all for today. I'll see you on next Monday. Okay, thank you, class.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam. Thank you, madam.
Yeah.
Hi, madam.
Hi.
Thanks, madam. Bye-bye.